I don't know. We're going to have to watch this one, guys. We're going to have to really watch this one closely. I don't know.
All right. I hope it's not true, but anyway.
I hope me too. Let me just say, I hope it's that true. We don't have time for much more. You know where we can go quickly is I feel, where do you want to go for a quick story? We can't do Mary Cosby. There's too much there. We can't do Denise yet. We can't do Tamara telling Andy to fuck off. We got to
Why don't we talk about, I mean, because I want to find out if this is true. I didn't read it in your text messages yet. Did you have the last interview with Suzanne Summers?
So I know Suzanne Summers has passed away. So she did
77.
At 77, right, 76, she was going to turn 77 the next day. I've had 2 great interviews with her. I absolutely, positively, from the bottom of my heart, loved her. Everyone says, who do you love and who do you not love behind the scenes? She was wonderful. She was like a Joan Rivers. She's so on the money of pop culture. I mean, she's very close with Courtney Cox and Jennifer Aniston. They're going to be speaking out soon. She was close with Kris Jenner, all the Card Jenners, but she was just, she sent a butt master to Kim and signed it, it's like she's who better? She's like, who better than to send like a butt master to? She sent the thigh master to Chloe. So she was great. I don't know. I might have one of the last interviews, but she was just, I mean, her and her husband were together forever. And so she's actually had, I don't know if everyone knows this, she's had like a 20-year battle with cancer. It's come back, and that's why she was into the healthy eating, but it came back, breast cancer, like 3 months ago. And then, that's how this, and they sold their house in Palm Springs, the one we saw in $1 Million Listing with Josh Flag, even though he didn't sell it, and they moved. So it's just like, they were in love. Her and her husband were together forever. She was great.
Such a Hollywood legend, such a Hollywood legend. Did she ever get into it on your shows? I mean, she notoriously was also, I mean, I'm sure she was receiving like traditional Western medicine treatment, but she also did like, I think, all kinds of like supplements and everything. And I always wonder, I don't know if that's what prolonged her life, but you're right. I mean, she had cancer for literally like 30 years. And then at some point it came back as like metastatic, and it was like throughout her body, but she still like lived this amazing life. And she was on your show, what, in 2023? I feel like I listened to part of that.
2022 and 2023, baby, twice came back.
I know. She was just so amazing. Just such a Hollywood star. And I don't know, a little bit, I feel like it's the end of the era, those 80s, those 70s, 80s stars. I just don't think we're ever going to get, I don't know, I mean, the tabloids were the podcasts of the day back then. And, you only had a few of them, and she was always in them. And she made a fortune. She was one of the first celebrity women, like you said, to do the Thigh Master and to do
also,
like these products.
She said, I mean, she would own ABC. She would literally own the network today. I mean, she got fired for asking for the same amount of money that her male co-star John Ritter was getting, and she was fired for that. She said on my show, word for word, she was like, you understand I would own the network today if that happened. I'm like, I understand. She loves the direction her life took, and is thrilled she got fired because she's one of those that's worth like hundreds of millions of dollars. Like, she's like, I mean, I'm an entrepreneur. As you and I know, Sarah, guys, you want to make tons and tons and tons of money. Guess what? Do not enter the media and entertainment business. Do not pack your bags. Do not move to Hollywood. Do not pull a David and Sarah, because it ain't happening. It's going to happen for, I don't even know if 1%. I don't think 0.1%. 0.1% is Brad Pitt, Julia Roberts, and George Clooney. All the rest, no.
The end of an era too for some of those stars. But yeah, she was amazing. And it was, the interviews you did with her were so great. So people should definitely listen.
The end of an era, and we have a lot going on in the Bravo world we have to talk about next time. We got to get to all. Yeah.
Other thing I would touch on really quickly is, some of the Potomac women seem to be out supporting Mia Thornton. The Gordo gave an interview. And he basically says, look, Gordon seems like pissed. He's like, I let her have an open marriage. I'm 71. I can't get hard. I told her, go out and fuck other people. Just be discreet. Don't get the kids involved. I've given her this lavish lifestyle. And now that my brothers have cut me off, she's got a new man. She tells me she's buying a house with him. She's out. I mean, it was kind of a sad, but really truthful interview.
I mean, when Bo Dietl was on my show, this is a direct quote on my show. He said that this woman that he dated, who, mind you, he's back with the woman. She was in the band, the Cover Girls, show me, he said that she turned to him and said, something like, I don't want to become your nurse or something. This is the thing, guys, with, David Yontef sits here and makes jokes about all the youngins that I go out with. I also enjoy age appropriate. This is the problem with dating young, a la Erika and Tom Girardi. When you are 20, I mean, I just went out with like a 27-year-old the other night. God knows what I was doing. But when someone is 20 and you are, say, 40, that is great. When you are 50 and they're 30, that is still great. When you're 60, but when you are 70 and they are like 50 and they say, peace out, I'm leaving you for your old age and the diapers and shitting yourself, that's when you're like, that is what happens a lot of the time with a May-December romance. It is sad though with Gordo. It is sad with Gordo. I want to know why is no one exposed? Who is this man? That's what I want to know.
Well, I imagine it's under wraps because I bet we're going to find out this season. I'm actually now, you and I talked about how it was looking like a boring season of RHOP, but now I'm like, oh, this is heating up. And the other thing I think we always have to wonder, right? Candiace is a genius too. I mean, are Candy and Chris like paying this woman? Is this woman a plant, to get everybody interested in RHOP? I mean, again, the timing is always interesting, isn't it? We're less than a month away from the premiere of the Real Housewives of Potomac season. And I think Candy Gal has seen all the attention that Morgan and Kyle have received. And maybe no one would believe that she is a lesbian on the down low. So what better way than Chris, we're going to pay this girl $2,000. She's signing an NDA and she's going to go on Tasha K, who we know will print this, and ratchet up the stakes. She had an abortion, all this. I mean, nothing shocks me anymore. That is what happens here in Hollywood. Y'all don't want to hear it, but everything they're always coming up with ways. How can we get the audience's attention?
Listen, I mean, I never thought of that, but Candy Gal is very smart. She plays the game. She got herself on the show. You might be onto something here, Miss Fraser. You might be onto something. It is strange. Why are we having this right before the beginning of the season? Mia, I think, is a combination of, right, the guy's going broke. She obviously married this older guy for money. Also, now Mia is making $120,000 around in her second year. Now, I'm not saying, I just said $10 million is not a ton of money. Everybody can come for me, chast me, whatever. It's money. It's a lot of fucking money, guys. I'm just saying, to quit my job and say, duh, I'm going to be a stay-at-home wife now. I need more than that because I need stability. But Mia's making 100. So also, here's where we say Andy empowers these women. It gives them, next year, Mia's going to be like probably high 2s or at 3 if she doesn't get fired. I don't think she'll get fired. So that could be it too. She's like, maybe was miserable with this guy for a long time. And now she's like, bitch, I got my own thing going on.
Look, she's in her 30s. Nothing against Gordo, but when you're 71 and you can't keep it up, I mean, most 30-year-old women, I mean, to your point, you got to have major coin. Okay. I mean, if you're in your 30s and you're with a guy who can't get it hard at 70, you've got to have a major coin. You've got to be giving me a life so big that it's like, okay, no problem. I can do this with a vibrator. I mean, he can't do that now. Everything is rented. Everything's being repoed. We ain't got a nickel. We ain't got a pot to piss in or a window thrown out of.
And even before, I don't know how much I have the same. I said this on this podcast and I will say it again. Mia, I've recommended this for Kim Zolciak. Now I'm recommending it for Mia. Erika Jayne Girardi, Jayne needs to open a course and teach a course on landing a guy with money. Mia, girl, call Erika Jayne. Even though he turned out to be a complete criminal, Tom Girardi, when you walked into a room, people bowed down across all of Los Angeles to Tom Girardi. Erika did well. up until the time that he was a total criminal. So I think Mia needs to call Erika, and I think Kim Zolciak needs to call Erika. I think Erika should teach a course on, ladies, this is how you land the big fish. I don't even know how much Gordy had before this. So that's all I'm saying.
All right. I'm loving you and leaving you.